Is happening Metasites, so I'm back with a video. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. Unfortunately, there's going to be a delay in my next video, How to Thrive During the Coming Economic Recession, Part 2. This was going to be a big one. However, I expected to get a few followers by this time, a few creative types, and just people in general. I've noticed that there was a problem happening with YouTube. In the community, there's a lot of, activity going on. I've talked to a few people, or I listened to a few videos in the Black Pill community, which I'm learning about. I'm kind of new to this. I don't understand, the algorithm of YouTube, or maybe there's something going on. Something wrong with, the men in the community. They're basically trying to reach out. I guess they're not showing their face, but they're having some difficulty expressing their frustrations with, women and society in general. Okay. I don't know everything. I'm probably going to have to follow up on that in a future video later, but this is not quite the direction where I wanted to go. If I was making a few videos in the past few days that have been, negative, I was just venting. I was really hoping that by this time I would have had a few followers come together and that we could have done something positive. I know that people go through depression, but how should I say this? Okay. Without having to say too much, people have choices. I know despite their situation, I know everybody's got problems. Everybody's got something on their plate. But as I stated before in my other videos, I made a reaction video with, of all people, Sam Hyde, taking a negative situation and, turning it into a positive, what he said, when you're in a ditch. There's people that go through seasons, periods of they're not getting their breakthrough. But during that dark period or that downtime, I should say, not dark period, everybody's got seasons, if that makes sense. Some people are not meant to thrive. If you're not meant to, shine in this time right now, maybe there's a reason for that. It's like, fall comes winter, comes spring. Okay? So the people today that are, popular or going through good times, things change, Things have a tendency to change. Things are not always like the same. Even Elon Musk, I heard that he lost some money, or he lost a deal with Twitter, or there's some red tape going on. These people who are, supposedly got perfect lives, trust me, they're not living in utopia. In fact, they probably have more problems with more success, if that makes any sense. And people who are, supposedly having, better paying jobs with higher incomes, they're also facing higher debt, like maybe credit card debt. A lot of people are probably, they got that new Ferrari or that new car or whatever, but they're probably struggling to get $20 to get a full tank of gas in, if you know what I mean. On the surface, things are not always what they seem. So if people come down on the regular guy, like the little guy, little person, it's not because that he's not useless. On the contrary, not at all. Some people don't understand their worth, and there's some people secretly are envious of the people that are like humble at the bottom, that don't need too much. Sometimes the happiest people are the people who are minimalists because they have less attachment to the material. Sometimes people, that's all that they have is the material, and they have to keep on putting on this facade because inside they're trying to fill a void. You think that these people, these higher tier YouTubers at the top are happy? No. They don't look happy. They're reposting every single day, trying to keep up appearances, but they're not like water, as Bruce Lee once said, you gotta be water. You gotta be flexible. Sometimes people are stuck in their mold and they can't get out of it. Maybe sometimes people are not contacting me because they don't know what I'm about. I don't know what I am. All I know is that I'm a creative type, and if I don't like the direction that my channel is going, well, I could start all over. It's not that big of a deal. I failed 100 times in my life, but I keep on getting back up and I learn from it. And now I'm trying to learn how to do things and maybe see if I can teach others. Maybe I'm not quite there yet. But when I see people that are black-pilled, I don't think that these people understand reality because they haven't lived long enough. These individuals, they, for the most part, they seem like very young, like little kids. Like they're the new emos on the block, if that makes any sense. The emo phase. How did that pan out? There's always the punks and the jocks and the goths and all that. I know there's always going to be negative type individuals. They're going to blame society for their problems, but in reality, at some point you got to take responsibility. I hear people that are driving their cars and talking all day about how society sucks. Listen, you got a car. You're driving around, okay? You're lucky. You may think that you're not, but these people, they don't know how lucky they have it. Thinking that, it's hopeless because I'm an incel. What is an incel? I mean, that's a made-up word. Everybody is starting off equal, okay? You look at people from a few years ago. They look like regular people, but in time things change. You can go to the gym for like a week or a month and you can totally, change your life around. You could. Or you could decide to buy Doritos and not put in the effort and not look to wiser people to help you to change your life around. I mean, it's not easy. I'm learning as I go. I didn't want to get into that. Anyway, the thing is that I was trying to get involved with creative types, and there's people out there that are elevating because every day they're working to bettering themselves. They wake up early in the morning, they take care of themselves, they're working hard, they have more than one thing on their plate. People are getting out, they're doing stuff now, okay? And then you have individuals who are working 9 to 5. What are they doing? Smoking weed, drinking. On the weekends, they're probably watching Netflix or playing games or on Discord, wherever. You got to find a new routine, and you got to start. Probably now would be the best time. I would say to people, just work on your channels. Don't leave your channels blank, because I keep talking to people. People are messaging me, but they're leaving their comments and their channels blank. They don't have anything to show for. And this guy I was talking to the other day, I don't know what his name was, but he was in Texas. He's talking about, it's shadow banned, it's hopeless, so he doesn't try. He's vlogging in a dark room, wallowing in self-pity, You think that people want to, you know, connect with that guy? I mean, yeah, sure, maybe he might have a couple of points, but what is he doing in his day-to-day life? Is he changing? Is he elevating, or is he giving up? You know, it's like that. Some people, they give up too easily, and then there's some people, they go through, uh, like a change. You know, like when life gets hard, you got to get harder. You know, sometimes it may mean not eating for a couple of days or giving up that vice. If you want to buy something, like buy some tools or get creative, you know, you could buy a journal and pen and paper, or you can choose to buy booze and drugs. I don't know what to tell people. Netflix, wasting time, not following smart people, people who I've talked to in the past. I've used to follow these people. Now they should be following me. Like these guys who have been sharing golden wisdom. Honestly, they've actually taken a few steps back, and I'm kind of disappointed. When I used to, you know, look to these people, I subscribe to them. Some of them have kids, but they're not sharing their lives. They're not growing. They're not developing on any skills. They remain the same, you know. A year or two goes by and people, they should be changing, you know. They should be growing as individuals. They should be learning new skills. Like this guy was saying, he went through a season or two or a few years. He had to learn coding. He made his first app in the early 2000s. Did you know that? One of the first gaming apps ever made, and he did it. He didn't do it by making excuses, you know. Excuses build a house of failure. Some guy once said, you want to be okay, you want to be good at something, you got to put in the time and effort. And it may take a year or 10 years, but you got to continue doing at it. Practice until it hurts, and then keep going. Most people don't want to do that. They just want to have the quick and easy way. I had to go into the woods after walking around for 10 hours just so I can make that 10-minute vlog. I found an old abandoned area, which, you know what, if people really wanted to, they can get together in a house. They could build a house. If people wanted to, they can build a log cabin. They could do many things. They could start their own business in less than a month. But people are still stuck in that toxic mindset that, oh yeah, no woman will ever want me. I'm so bad. You know what? My parents, I'm in debt. Well, do something about it. Damn it. Sell your car, you know, buy some lumber, or build a business. Hire a guy to develop your website as you're going to work, or do something like that. I don't know what to tell people. And this black pill mentality, it's got to stop. You know, if you don't want to take a little bit of pain, have you ever felt real pain? Like your whole body aching for days or weeks? Let me tell you something, okay? One of these days, you're going to feel real pain, hunger, real pain of dying on your bed, on your deathbed, and the real pain will come when you look back on your life and say to yourself, what did I do to change my life when things seem so bad? And when in retrospect, it wasn't so bad at all. If women are ignoring you, that's probably the best time in your life to get started, man. You should not think about women for a year. I'm not going to say too much, but F women. If they don't see the value in you, well, you can do something to harness that ban power and build something for yourself. And you can do it. You got to stay crafty. And that's all I got to say for that. God bless.